So this is my brand new development machine. After having installed Visual Studio Code, I like to make sure that everything and every time I run Visual Studio Code, I do that with administrative privileges. I can see that the Visual Studio Code confirms that I have installed Git. So now it's time to find my repository for NAV 2018 and clone that into my local computer. As an example, I am using my open or the public NAV 2018 repository on GitHub. To start this command palette, you press Ctrl, Shift and P. Here you can select whatever path you want your local repository to be hosted at. So now we have our setup.json file. This one includes the information about the version that we are handling. And since we have Docker containers public now, we don't need to use the preview caption. Our next task is to install the AdvaniaGIT add-in for Visual Studio Code. After each install, we need to reload Visual Studio Code. So it's installed and ready to use. Now we can type AdvaniaGo. It's going to tell us to open the terminal window called AdvaniaGIT. And if we go through the menu, we can see that the integrated terminal will have that terminal window. Now we don't need to welcome page again, and let's make the integrated terminal a bit bigger. It will download the latest version of AdvaniaGIT from GitHub and do the installation. If AdvaniaGIT is already found on your local computer, it will be updated with the same function. Here we are using the default path. We don't need to use the remote module, and we would like to use Visual Studio Code to open JSON files from here on. In this setup, we won't be using an FTP server for Teams, so we clear that settings out. We will need an NAV license file, so let's copy that into our development machine. Here we go, ready to go. This is an internal function for Advania which we don't want to enable in our environment. So let's save the new configuration. reply to these questions below. And since we don't have NAV installed, we don't need to prepare the environment at all. So here we can see that we have one change in our setup, which we can now commit to Git. Let's type in our commit message, state all the changes, and do the commit. Now the changes have been committed to our local repository, and we would like to push them to the server. And since I am pushing for the first time, I am asked for authentication for GitHub. Here we go. Now we have completed our installation of AdvaniaGIT, and we can start developing.